Sometimes I feel that you are not interested in what I want. You are a complete.
Good afternoon, Jake and Emily. Welcome to your first couples therapy session. I want to start by saying that this is a safe place. You can express your feelings freely here. My job is not to judge you, but to help you understand each other better and find solutions to your problems. So tell me, why are you here today? To be honest, I don't really know why we're here. We're not that bad. I think so.
Jake, we've talked about this before. We need this therapy. Do your part.
Jake, tell me, why do you think you don't need to go to therapy? We've had some fights, and I know we have problems at the moment, but they are not serious. Okay, we need to talk about that. It's not right to minimize your partner's feelings. And she feels like things aren't right now. That's why you're here today. If you truly love her, you will do everything possible to solve your problems. So, do you want to continue with this therapy? Because both of you should want this. Yes, of course, I love her, and I want things to get better. Let's do this. Sorry, I'm just a little exhausted with everything going on, but I want us to feel better.
Thank you, Jake. Thank you, Dr. Harris. Well, Jake and I are engaged, and we are planning to get married next year. But lately, we've been arguing a lot. We're worried that if we don't fix these problems now, they'll get worse after marriage.
Yeah, we love each other, but it feels like we're always fighting over little things. I don't want our marriage to start with so many disagreements. That's a good reason to be here. It's great that you both recognize the importance of working on your relationship before marriage, because many couples wait too long to address their problems. I see that a lot. Now, let's start by identifying some of the main issues you have. First, Emily, can you give me an example of something that recently caused a fight between you two?
Sure, last week, Jake forgot our dinner date. I was waiting at the restaurant for almost an hour. He didn't even call me. When I finally called him, he said he was playing video games with his friends. He said that he had lost track of time. I felt so unimportant to him.
Well, I understand why she was upset, but I didn't do it on purpose. I was just focused on the game, and I honestly didn't realize how late it was. I apologized, but she was still angry. I mean, I understand, but I couldn't help it. I see. Emily, you felt ignored and unimportant because Jake forgot something, something that was important to you. Jake, you didn't mean to hurt Emily, but you were distracted. This kind of situation is common in relationships. Let's try something. Jake, answer this question. If you were in Emily's position, how would you feel? I guess I would feel disappointed and frustrated if she forgot something important to me. That's good self awareness. Now, Emily, if you were in Jake's position, what do you think you would want from him? It's important to know your answer.
I could want him to understand that it was just a mistake and he didn't do it on purpose. But I could still want him to show that he cares about me and our plans.
Excellent. Now, let's talk about communication. It is very important. Many couples argue not because of the problem itself, but because of how they talk about the problem. When you argue, do you both listen to each other, or do you focus more on proving your point?
Well, to be honest, I think we both try to prove our points.
Yeah, we don't really listen. We just wait for the other person to stop talking so we can respond. That's very common. One technique I recommend is active listening. When one person is speaking, the other should listen without interrupting. After they finish, the listener should summarize what they heard to make sure they understood. Let's practice. Emily, tell Jake how you felt about the missed dinner. And Jake, summarize what you hear before responding. Let's do that.
Okay, I will try. Jake, when you forgot our dinner, I felt really hard. It made me feel like I wasn't a priority to you. I understand that you didn't do it on purpose, but I needed you to show that you cared about how I felt. That's the thing.
So, what I hear is that you felt hurt because I forgot something important to you, and you wanted me to show that I cared. Is that right? I think so. Very good, Jake. She said yes. Now, you can respond. I'm really sorry, Emily. I never meant to hurt you. I do care about you a lot. And I understand now that I should have been more considerate. I'll do something. Next time, I'll set a reminder so I don't forget important things, like our dates.
Thank you, Jake. That means a lot. Seriously. It's the first time you say something like that.
That was a great example of healthy communication. Very good, you two. Now, let's move on to another topic. Are there any other recurring issues? Yes, Emily gets really upset when I don't do things her way. Like when we clean the apartment, she wants me to do things exactly like she does. And if I don't, she gets frustrated.
Ah, you had to say it. That's because your way is messy. You don't understand. Sometimes I feel that you are not interested in what I want. You are a complete.
Alright, let's pause. This is a classic case of different expectations. Emily, do you think Jake is intentionally trying to be messy? Or do you think he just has a different way of doing things?
I guess he just does things differently. But I like things a certain way. And it bothers me when they are not done like that. That's the truth.
Well, that makes sense. But remember, a relationship is about compromise. Jake, tell me something. Can you try to follow some of Emily's cleaning habits? And Emily, can you be more flexible and accept that Jake has his own way of doing things? Yeah, I can try to be neater. It's not easy for me, but I think I can try. Yeah,
And I'll try not to be so controlling. I suppose that is something I'm doing bad.
that's a great start. Now, before we finish, I want you both to do something. Think about why you fell in love with each other in the first place. What made you choose each other? Emily is kind, smart, and always makes me laugh. She makes my life better in every way.
Jake is caring, funny, and always supports me. He makes me feel safe and loved.
Those are beautiful reasons. Every couple has conflicts, but what matters is how you handle them. From what I see, your problems are not as serious as you thought. You just needed to communicate better. I think you're right. I feel much better now. I'm sorry about everything, Emily.
Me too. Thank you, Dr. Harris. And Jake, I am sorry too for everything.
Excellent. Keep practicing what we talked about, and you'll see great improvement. Sometimes our problems aren't as big as we think. We just need to look at it from a different perspective.
I hope you liked this conversation. If you could improve your English a little more, please subscribe to the channel and share this video with a friend. And if you want to support this channel, you can join us or click on the Super Thanks button. Thank you very much for your support. Take care.